What's up, fellas? And today I'm bringing you Oregon football, the Ducks 2018-2019 college football season out of the Pac-12. How will Mario Cristobal and the Ducks do this year? Let's check it out. All right, this schedule looks brutal. They start the year at number 10 Auburn. Then they have Nevada, an FCS game, no big deal. Utah, Washington State. Then they go through a killer slate, ranked UCLA, Stanford, Washington, a break at Cal. Maybe they might be ranked by then. A ranked Arizona, a ranked Colorado, and then Oregon State to finish the year. Oregon, good luck. That is a brutal schedule. I would never want to play that if that was my team. Anyway, let's check out how this recruiting class went. We do see Paul Galloway, 76 overall, top recruit, left guard, and Matt Spencer there at 75 overall. Pretty great top recruits. Let's see the rest of the class. Kind of a small class. Oof, not great. And they do land the bottom recruit, Muhammad. We're here to wish you good luck, man. 51 overall free safety. Good luck on seeing the team, my man. You're competing with Matt Spencer up there. That's going to be a tough one, dude. The rest of the coaching news, here we go. Finalists for a couple of awards. They do get some pretty good sacks. Only 3 consecutive wins. Oh, that's a lot of losses. They only win 7 games this year. Oh, Oregon, this is not a good year. Mario Cristobal wants better. They lose to Auburn at the first game of the season, but then they go on a 4-game win streak beating Nevada, that FCS team, Utah, and Washington State. Poor Washington State, by the way, 0-12. They do lose to UCLA, who ends the year ranked. That's a close loss. And then they beat Stanford, lose to Washington, lose to Cal. Well, there went that free win I was talking about earlier. Win versus number 6 Arizona, beat Colorado, 6-6 on the year for Colorado, not great. And they do end up losing to Oregon State. That is not what you want to end the year on. That's a tough loss. Only 7-5 this year, 5-4 in conference, only 4th best in the Pac12 North. Washington, the only team in double digits in the North. What's up with the rest of the Pac-12? Let's check it out real quick. But oof, Oregon right in the middle of the pack there. Arizona and Washington, the only 2 teams in double digits. Arizona is number 6 ranked though. But oof, this is just not what you want to see if you're out of the Pac-12. You got Oregon State going 5-7, but Colorado, Arizona State, Utah, and Washington State ending up below that. Very interesting year. The rest of the top 25, Texas number 1, but not unanimous. 11-1 on the year. We got Ohio State, Alabama, and Florida State getting number 1 votes from the coaches poll. Georgia snuck in there at 10-2, but Texas and Georgia not with a conference championship game next week. So can they stay in that top 4, top 5 discussion? You got Arizona, Oklahoma, LSU, South Carolina, Washington rounding out the top 10. Wisconsin just on the outside, number 11. Stanford, Michigan, TCU, Tulsa, Auburn, Notre Dame, or Virginia Tech, Clemson, Memphis, Missouri, UCLA, Florida, Penn State, and Ohio in the top 25. Ohio sneaking in there at 10-2. But wow, that's a lot of double-digit wins, but not for the Pac-12. The BCS, Ohio State, and Alabama tied with Texas. Texas, no conference championship game like I mentioned. So if Ohio State or Alabama lose, Texas might sneak in. But are they going to lose? Probably not. We do see Jonathan Taylor atop the board here. Can he keep his Heisman number 1 spot before the end of the year? Let's check out what happens in the Heisman race. Lots of good running backs this year. Georgia, Bama, Boston College, kind of a shock. Dillon out of Boston College, and then Turner from South Carolina. And Taylor does win a highly contested Heisman, but Wisconsin finally getting a Heisman. I feel like they've been close the last few years. Taylor, 1,500 yards on the ground, 22 touchdowns, and a few receptions for 73 yards. Very contested year. You don't normally see 3 people over 1,000 points in the voting total. So very interesting. I wish I could watch that Heisman ceremony because all 3 were legit in the race. Oregon, back to Oregon, 7-5 on the year, playing number 18 Notre Dame at 9-3 in the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl in San Francisco, California. That's actually a pretty nice trip for those guys. I know the Pac-12 people travel along that California coast, but who doesn't love to go to San Francisco on a visit, you know? And plus, it's versus a Notre Dame team, number 18. That's a very beatable team right there. 9-3, obvious, you know, ways to beat them. Teams have already done it. Alabama, number 1. Texas, number 2 in the coaches poll. Ohio State, number 3. Can Texas go to the national championship? BCS says no. BCS says Alabama, Ohio State, poor Texas. This is pre-Big 12 championship implementation in this game, so you can't really put it in there. Arizona on the outside looking in at number 4. Oh, if you're a Texas fan, you've got to just be pissed. 12-1 for the top 2 teams. Back to Oregon. This is their simulation. Let's talk about it. Kirk is not rocking with the Ducks. He's going with Notre Dame. To be fair, Notre Dame has a pretty good offense and is better in a lot of categories than Oregon, and the ones that matter. But no turnovers. I mean, the differential is 0. So, you know, Oregon has a chance here. They are better overall, talent-wise, on both sides of the ball that are ranked, plus the overall rating. Can they beat Notre Dame, though? Let's check it out. Nope, they don't. They go 7-6 on the year. What? But Notre Dame is ranked number 14, but Oregon, you just got to feel for the Ducks. They kind of think they're getting some momentum. You know, maybe this is the year. Just, you feel for them. Anyways, let's check out what happened in this game. Oregon goes down 10-0 in halftime. They come out and score. It looks like field goal, so no touchdowns for Oregon. But Notre Dame squeaks out one versus Oregon here, 24-9. Let's see what happened in the rest of this game here. But Oregon, how do you not even get a touchdown, dude? All right, 431 yards to 173. That speaks volumes right there. Oregon not getting it done. Almost 100 yards on the ground, only 83 through the air. Notre Dame rushing and passing the ball well. I mean, you can't beat a team who's got that many more yards than you. That third down conversion, only 2 for 12 for Oregon, 16%. Not great, man. We go back, Notre Dame has the only turnover of the game, but, you know, it doesn't seem to matter. They have just a huge yard differential, and their time of possession, Oregon, you can't win. You have less than 20 minutes. Ripped Oregon. That offense not getting it done. In the national championship, we do see Alabama go. They do win. They go up 28-14 at halftime, and they outlast Ohio State down the stretch to win 38-28. Alabama 13-1 on the year. Ohio State 12-2. Number 5, pretty respectable. It's really hard to beat Bama once they get rolling, especially when they're throwing and running the ball well. Let's check out the stats here just for fun. Pretty evenly matched overall on offense. Almost exactly the same number of rushing yards. Different in the number of attempts, though. Look at that. Passing yards, pretty even, only separated by 3 yards there. Third down conversion, pretty even. There was the one turnover for a fumble for Ohio State. You know, maybe that was it that turned the tide for the Tide. You don't really know. You know, both teams playing pretty clean there. Only 10 penalties in the game. So, we weren't there to watch it, but Ohio State played a pretty decent game there, especially outscoring Alabama in the second half. But Alabama outlasting Ohio State for that national championship. Let's go back to the season stats for Oregon. Whatever. 2,800 yards on the year. Top 30 in the country for quarterbacks. Pretty decent. You know, you got to rush the ball well, though. I mean, obviously, they just don't. Verdell, only 922 yards. Top 100. But for a team like Oregon, they're known more for that rushing attack. Well, they're known for both, but they used to rush really well. They need to get back to their roots, especially in that offense. It kind of relies on the run game more than you think. Schooler, 803 yards receiving. That's not getting it done. That's top 75 in the country. Let's see, Winston Jr. here, 37 solo tackles, top 65 in the country. You know, so not a horrible year for him. Cumberlander, 6.5 sacks. You definitely need more on the defensive side of the ball. Graham with 4 interceptions there, top 60. So that's pretty interesting. But the top 2 guys doubled his interceptions for the year. You know, you just can't win if you're going to do that. Stack, 50 from field goals from good from 50, 35, top 35 in the country. Stack, pretty good, but you know, when guys are kicking it from 55, 56, you got to get up there if you're going to be an elite team. You never know. Maybe it made the difference for him this year. But that's going to be it for me. Thanks for sticking around this long. If you liked the video, please comment, like, subscribe, whatever. I'm out. Peace.